Up next, it's a Walmart party. Star Wars The Black Series, Vice Admiral Rampart, Imperial Clone Shock Trooper, and Clone Captain Rex. Let's talk about them.
MBB on the track.
What up, party people in the place? I am the Ruckus, and these are my toys. On deck, we're going to do something a little bit different here. You see 3 figures as opposed to the typical standard 1. We're going to review 3 figures in one video, one fell swoop. Reason being, these are all Walmart exclusives, and strangely enough, they all got shipped out at the same time, despite them being up for pre-order at different times. A few months ago, the first pair that were on pre-order were Clone Captain Rex and Crosshair Imperial version. And they went up, and then a few weeks later, Imperial Clone Shock Trooper and Vice Admiral Rampart went up. Now here's the crazy thing. I didn't know anything about Rampart or the Shock Trooper at all. I found out about it basically the week that Walmart started shipping them out, and I was like, what the hell? I never even knew about these. You see, I'm not totally into the Black Series per se, but I do collect anything that's from the Bad Batch or the Mandalorian. I don't really get too much into the other lines, the other movies or shows. I might pick and choose a few figures here and there, but for the most part, that's just too deep a rabbit hole to be able to climb out of, considering my neurotic completionism. So I was able to start from the beginning with the Mandalorian and the Bad Batch, and to my dismay, I was like, I never knew anything about the Shock Trooper or Vice Admiral Rampart, and so I was distraught. Everybody was starting to receive theirs, and I was like, man, oh man. So I basically, to some of my IG buddies and some fellow YouTubers, I was talking to a couple of them, and I got blessed by E Rivera 94 for the Clone Shock Trooper. He had an extra one, so he sold it to me at cost plus shipping, of course. And shout out to him, big shout out to E Rivera 94 for that. As it turned out, 2 days later, things started showing up on so that left Clone Captain Rex and Vice Admiral Rampart. The story behind my not having Clone Captain Rex when everything was pre-ordered, I did attempt to pre-order Captain Rex along with Imperial Crosshair when they went up. And I'm on checkout, and I know a lot of you can identify with this, especially with Walmart and formerly with Target. Target seems to have solved that riddle, but Walmart still experiences this, or I should say, we the customer, we experience it. And what happened was, I was in checkout, I had my Captain Rex and I had my Crosshair in checkout, and I'm paying for it. I hit the complete order button, and then of course the system scrambles and there's an error, and I find out that something in my cart is no longer available, and of course it was Captain Rex. So you can imagine my angst at that point. So I already had gotten Crosshair. I've reviewed that already. You can look in my catalog and you can see I reviewed Imperial Crosshair, but that left me without Captain Rex and of course the other two. Well, following this happened on a Friday, so that Monday or Tuesday, after I secured the Imperial Clone Shock Trooper from Rivera 94, a couple days later I had fallen asleep basically after I had finished editing a video, and I woke up. It was just a little after midnight, and before I was going to shut everything down, I went and checked my email one last time, and lo and behold, I got notified by Walmart that an item that I was checking for was back in stock. So I go to the site, and lo and behold, it's Captain Rex. And trust and believe, I was so happy. Any of you that don't have Rex, you know what I'm talking about, because out of all of the Walmart exclusives, out of the 4, Captain Rex on the secondary market, eBay, I'm talking to you, is the highest priced figure. It's gone down about 10-15 bucks since then, but it was being sold upwards of 75-80 bucks. It's hovering around 60-55 now because Walmart had put it back up. Now, don't get it twisted. It's not like it stayed up. I woke up in time. I woke up, I saw it was Captain Rex, got on it, and I ordered 2 of them, and about 10 minutes later, sold out. So if I had overslept 10-15 more minutes, I would have been out a second time, and then I would have been totally livid. But as it was, I ended up getting it. And then 2 days later, both Rampart and the Shock Trooper, they went up, and I was definitely happy at that point. So ordered a Vice Admiral Rampart and went crazy and ordered about I ordered 6 Clone Shock Troopers, so that brought me to 7 because of the one that Rivera 94 got for me. And because I'm a cheapskate and I wanted the free shipping, I ordered another Shock Trooper with Vice Admiral Rampart. So I've got my instant army there. That's going to make for a very excellent display as soon as I figure out what I'm going to do with it. But that's the story of how I acquired my Walmart exclusives, and they all came in and around the same time, within one or two days of one another. So I figured, what the hell, I may as well make it a Walmart exclusive party. So here we go. And how we're going to start this party is in the order of the figure that I received first. So that being Vice Admiral Rampart. This was the first of my acquisitions. So this is how we kick it off. As usual, standard Star Wars The Black Series packaging. You've got the Star Wars The Black Series logo spot varnished above the figure. You can clearly see the figure and accessories. You've got the band reading Star Wars The Bad Batch, and it's a burgundy color, which is the color designation for all things The Bad Batch. And then of course below you've got the name of the figure, which is Vice Admiral Rampart. On the back you have artwork showing Vice Admiral Rampart, as well as spot varnished Star Wars The Black Series logo. You've got a little read up for Vice Admiral Rampart, which goes as following. After the fall of the Republic, Vice Admiral Rampart is assigned to oversee the clone troopers on Kamino by Governor Tarkin. Rampart has eagerly taken to his role in the new galactic empire as it aims to instill order in the galaxy. Now, that was an extensive readout. That is, I could tell you, Marvel Legends definitely doesn't put that much thought into their bios. Theirs are usually quick and to the point. But it is what it is. Anyway, after that, you have the same bio in different languages, and then you see that along the banner, you have that this is number 8 in the series for the Bad Batch. We will now look, and you can see that on the side, there's more artwork of Rampart, nothing on the top, and just legalese on the bottom. So we've got Vice Admiral Rampart out of packaging, and first look, as I stated earlier, I'm not a big Black Series collector, so I'm not always up on the bucks, the body molds that are associated with Black Series. I'm more or less new to this, started last year, and but if I'm not mistaken, please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. I believe that this body belonged to Moff Tarkin, if I'm not mistaken. I'm quite sure, but once again, I can't be sure because, as I stated before, I don't normally collect anything outside of the Bad Batch and the Mandalorian, except on occasion. But anyway, that's what I believe Admiral Rampart is the body's based on, and of course just a new head sculpt. I've got displayed along with Vice Admiral Rampart a mouse droid, which is a cool accessory to include, and his standard issue hand blaster, and we will take a peek at those. Taking a look first at the hand blaster, it is the standard molded in black with no paint applications whatsoever. It has sights on it, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, that's his blaster. He does not have any place to store it, unfortunately. We also have this cute little mouse droid, which I still think is a very cool accessory to add on. It has some excellent detail on it, as you can see, and the wheels actually they actually roll, so that's really nice. Taking a closer look at Vice Admiral Rampart, once again, I believe this is the Moff Tarkin body, but of course there's a different head sculpt, and they use, meaning Hasbro, they use photoreal tech even with their animated material to try to get the character to look as realistic as possible, and definitely as close to the source material as possible. And in this case, it looks pretty good. My man Rampart. Looking at his hair, no wash in it, but it's pretty clean, pretty nice. As far as his uniform, he's got his medals, and just it's molded in that grayish green. He's got some paint on his belt on the waist, silver, and on one of the buttons, which is pretty cool. Other than that, nothing else is going on with the uniform, front or back, nothing at all. Pretty plain, pretty drab. Nothing going on with the boots at all, just your standard black. He's your basic stock issue Admiral. His head, he can only go that far up because back here his hair is hitting his collar line, so that prevents him from looking up. As far as looking down, he can look down that much. He can turn side to side, actually can do a full 360 if that's what you fancy. Doesn't really have much in the way of attitude. Shoulders can do a 90, can also rotate 100, or I should say 360 degrees. He doesn't have bicep swivel as is customary with most Black Series figures. He has articulation at the elbow, single jointed, once again customary with Black Series figures, and you get your rotation at the elbow. You have a swivel at the wrist as well as a horizontal hinge, and his left hand is it's for holding things. It's a C grip, and it's a semi trigger finger, as you can see there. He has a full-fledged trigger finger on his right hand, and also the horizontal hinge. As far as his ab articulation, his diaphragm, he doesn't get much going forward. In fact, he gets nothing going forward. He gets very little going back, and he does get rotation there. Of course, he has nothing going on at the waist. As far as splits go, his legs can go apart that far. His leg will go that far up and out. Will go back that far, once again, back and out. There's some impediment because of his uniform. He has thigh cut, double jointed knees. Can point his toe forward that far, not bad. Up that far. And he has ankle pivot, holds on the bottom of his feet. And here we have Rampart posed with his accessories. Up next, Imperial Clone Shock Trooper. Standard packaging, you all know what it is. You've got a clear view of the figure and accessories within. You've got Star Wars The Bad Batch on the burgundy, the customary burgundy banner for the Bad Batch. You've got Imperial Clone Shock Trooper. Looking at the back of the packaging, you've got that spark varnished Star Wars The Black Series label again. You've got Imperial Clone Shock Trooper. You've got artwork, and there's a readout, and it is as follows. Originally founded during the Clone Wars as security police for Coruscant governmental facilities and bodyguards for Republic representation, the group of clones known as Shock Troopers now operate as elite forces of the Empire. And that readout continues in different languages. This is number 7 in the series. To show you the sides of the packaging, there's more artwork on one side, nothing on the other, nothing up top, and of course legalese on the bottom. So we've got the Shock Trooper out of packaging, and first look, it is the customary Stormtrooper design. As any Star Wars fan knows, that the various Stormtroopers, they serve different purposes, and the colors that adorn their white uniforms, their white armor, it symbolizes what their specialty is, what they do. In this instance, you have this red. It is a, I don't want to say bright crimson. It's a little bit darker than that, but it is a red adornment over the white armor. The Pauldron, I think it's called, on his left side is a darker red than the rest of the paint apps. The helmet is also colored in red to show that he's a shock trooper. And if anything, a lot of times the helmets can be unique from the standard Stormtrooper. Let's take a closer look. Taking a closer look at the Shock Trooper. First thing we'll take note of is the helmet. And as I stated earlier, a lot of times the helmets are different from one another depending on what the specialized purpose of the Stormtrooper is, and definitely different coloring to symbolize that. This trooper, you can see from the helmet, it's got the red stripes, and the red is on the mouthpiece, and along the top of the helmet has a band, a red band going down. Go back so you can see it better. You may notice you see some, it looks like paint chipping or whatever, and just hold on to that thought real quick as we check out the rest of the body. Look at the chest, looks pretty nice. I hope it shows on the chest, but you may see some scuffing, what appears to be scuffing. It looks like bad paint apps. The same on the shoulder pad there. You can look at the red. That's intentional. I had to look at another shock trooper because I thought at first that I had a bad figure, bad paint apps, but it's intentional. Those scuff marks, those chippings are by design. It's on all the figures. At least it's supposed to be. As far as the rest is concerned, very nice. Like I said, this is it called a pauldron? I think that's what it's called. Please correct me again. I think that's what that's called, and that's also to assist with the designation of the Particulate Trooper. In the back, nothing much going on there, but you do see that the paint apps do extend to the back of the helmet, which is cool. The belt is red. He's got the red linings along his thighs, and of course the boots are red as well. As far as articulation is concerned, the shock trooper can lift the head only about that much, which is nearly nothing, down that much, once again not much at all. Can do a 360, nothing in the way of attitude. Arms, I believe these are the new Stormtrooper bodies, so articulation's a bit different. He could do almost 90 degrees with the shoulder. He can do 360, but the pauldron gets in the way. His right side, he can do a full 360. He's got single jointed elbows, which is customary with Black Series, and of course the articulation is at the elbow. He's got a wrist swivel and a horizontal hinge. On the right side, he has a vertical hinge, dice throw in motion. As far as his diaphragm, he can go forward that much, back that much, and go side to side very well, and he can twist. Do the splits about that far. He can get his leg almost 90, back a nice decent amount, single jointed knees, and they swivel at the knee. He can point his toe that far up. He's got ankle pivot and holes at the front of his feet. Taking a look at his accessories, the shock trooper comes with a I don't know if I would consider it standard. Maybe it's standard for shock troopers, but I guess this would be considered his sidearm. But as you can see, it's pretty long for a sidearm, and it's got detail, but it's just molded in that flat black, as we know. But it's hey, we'll take it, huh? He also comes with this long blaster, and it looks like it on the bottom there, it almost looks like it's a scope, but that doesn't make sense. Why would it be down there? Anyhow, it looks pretty cool, so it'll be nice getting him set up. We'll see in a moment how well he can hold on to this thing. Here we have the Shock Trooper holding his side arm, his hand weapon. And here he is holding the long rifle. And yes, he definitely can hold it very well. I believe that was the improvement that Hasbro made with this new mold for the Stormtroopers. They're able to grasp their weapons easier and more realistically. It's pretty cool. He's holding up the weapon and he's able to tilt his head like he's lining up his target. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Last up to bat, we've got Clone Captain Rex. Once again, in the standard packaging, you guys know what it is. Clear visual of the figure and accessories. Looking at the back of the packaging, you've got artwork with Clone Captain Rex with his helmet on and sight visors down. You've got spot varnished Star Wars The Black Series logo, Clone Captain Rex, and his readout is Clone Captain Rex served the Republic during the Clone Wars. He viewed military service as an honor and he always completed his mission. Succinct and to the point. We'll look at the side artwork. Nothing on the other side. Once again, nothing on top. Legalese on the bottom. And last but certainly not least, we have Clone Captain Rex, complete with a soft goods poncho, which I guess that's enough to incur the additional cost for this guy. He's what did he come in at? I believe $29.99, as opposed to the other figures were $24.99. So yeah, I guess that's all it takes. But anyway, here he is. We've got Captain Rex, and I know that this is just it's basically, in terms of the figure, the actual figure itself, it's the same Captain Rex that was out previously. They just dirtied him up to show some time has gone by and weathering, and that he's been on his own for who knows how long. Anyway, this is how he comes out of package, with his helmet on, and the robe is on as well. And like I said, he's the same figure that was out before. I know this from other people telling me. I'll say it one more time. I don't collect Black Series, not like that, just the Bad Batch and the Mandalorian. I'm a fiend for any of those. I will get those, and yeah, it's too deep a rabbit hole, guys, to jump into Star Wars if you're this late in the game. I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be some people that'll do it, but I ain't the one. So anyway, let's take a closer look at Captain Rex. All right, so we've got Rex up close and personal here. Taking a look at his helmet, it's this is Captain Rex's helmet, standard, from what I recall from the series, the same insignia that he's got on there, the same customization. The clones, they'll since they are all clones and they're all based on the same cat, they to individualize themselves, they will change their look, their uniform appearance, even their own personal physical appearance. They'll do that. In this case, you see Captain Rex's helmet is he's got notches on there. He still has the notches from all of his deletions, we'll call it. And the one thing that I find funny is that it's the same number of deletions that are on the original helmet. So my man Rex hasn't taken out anyone since that time. So I always found that amusing. Anyway, as far as the helmet goes, the helmet has articulation. The visor goes down, and the sights actually operate independent of the visor, so that's cool. As I said before, he came with the helmet on, but he does have his own face sculpt. So of course, as you saw, the helmet is removable, and Captain Rex with the graying hair, I guess it's supposed to be. It's the same face sculpt as previous, from what I gather, from what I've seen. And yeah, other than that, let's see what he looks like without his well, before we do that, let's at least look at the soft goods poncho. So this is what it looks like while it's on him. It comes with a hood, which you could actually put the hood over him if you work it. But yeah, it's a pretty cool accessory, can't front. But I'm going to take him off. I'm going to take him out of the poncho off camera so we can get a look at him and see what's underneath. So we've got Rex out of his poncho, and let me take a moment to just advise you guys, if you don't have Rex but intend on getting him, waiting for him to come in, and you want to remove the poncho, be very patient, take your time and move it slowly, because if you just try to just peel it off, you could tear it. And when I mean tear it, I mean at the points that overlap one another, and then it won't be able to close. So just be advised about that part. But getting to Rex here, standing here, he's got more soft goods. He's got I don't know what you want to call that, a skirt. Anyway, it's also soft goods, pretty nice. And as you can tell, anybody that has the original, it's the same exact figure, just this time the paint apps, they've got him dirtied up. And that's basically that's the only thing different, is that they dirtied him up. Taking a closer look at Rex, so you can see some of that the dirt. We've already seen his head sculpt, so we're going to get above that. Moving up his chest, you see they just added dirt on his chest, on the shoulder pads, down his arms. They just dirtied him up. His legs, he's got that dirt wash going all the way down, even to his feet. So you can tell he's been trekking through sand and mud and everything else. And strangely enough, he's managed to keep his back clean. How about that? Nothing going on there. As far as the skirt piece, like I said, it's soft goods, and it definitely gives the figure some flavor. So you gotta love that. So those are the differences in this Rex versus the older one. As far as articulation goes, his head is on a ball hinge, so he can look up that far. He can look down that much with the helmet off. He can get his arms out that far. He can rotate 360 at the shoulder. He has double jointed elbows. He also has a bicep. I almost missed that because I'm not really used to that when it comes to a trooper. And it's funny because Rex is a trooper, but the difference is he's a genuine character. He isn't just an army build cannon fodder nameless figure. So he gets different treatment, I guess. He's got a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. He's got a wrist rotation, and on his left hand, it's got the vertical. Is it the vertical? My bad. No, he's got the horizontal hinge there. As far as his diaphragm is concerned, he can go forward that much. I don't know if he could go more, but it's being impeded by that belt, but that's all you can get. He can go back about that much, still not that much at all. He can twist side to side, so that's pretty good. And he can rock it like that, so that's nice. As far as doing the splits, Rex can do the splits about that much. He can get his leg up. He could do 90 with the leg. That's cool. He's got double jointed knees. Once again, the real character treatment. He can point his toe, not that much at all because it's being impeded by this right here at the bottom. So you're not going to get much going back. That may cause some difficulty for posing. He can move his toe up that far, and he does have ankle rocker. I think I missed it. Does he have? He has. Yeah, here we go. He's got thigh rotation as well, and he's got peg holes at the bottom of his feet. And before I forget, he does have storage for his weapons, which leads me to his blasters. They're identical, customary. Anybody that knows about Captain Rex, you know, all he ever sported were these hand blasters, and it's gotten him this far. Here we have Rex holding on to his weapons, and he does hold them very well. If I fail to mention it, the right hand, the right wrist has the vertical dice throwing motion. And here's Rex wielding his weapons with his helmet on. As you can see, his weapons fit nice and snug in their holsters. Here's Rex with his poncho and helmet on, everything. He's equipped with all of his accessories. His other blasters in his holster, hidden safely underneath the poncho. And about the poncho, I advise you guys to take your time taking it off. Be equally as diligent putting it back on. It is a beast. I know it can be a nuisance to some because, let's be real, Rex only appeared with the poncho on when he first appeared, when he made his entrance on the show, and once he removed the poncho, it was never seen again. Basically, he didn't wear it that much in the show, but that's what makes this figure unique from the original, is that soft goods poncho. So it is what it is. I'm going to display him with the poncho on, that's for sure, because it differentiates this from the regular. This is the Bad Batch version, so that's how it goes down. So we've got the three figures that we've reviewed today, all standing together, all characters from the show The Bad Batch, and all Walmart exclusives. So we definitely have the trifecta going right there. On our left, we've got Clone Captain Rex. On our right, Vice Admiral Rampart. In the center, we have the Imperial Clone Shock Trooper, and who comes with a couple decent weapons. I know that Captain Rex may be a pass for some of you because you've already gotten Captain Rex before. It's the same exact figure, just dirtied up a little bit and given a soft goods poncho. But for someone like me, it's my first Rex, and it is a Bad Batch character, so I was down from jump. Vice Admiral Rampart comes with a mouse droid, which is a very nice, very cool, very cute accessory, and it's also, that's part of Star Wars lore, so I'm actually glad that I've got one. I believe they're going to have a mouse droid in a droid pack that Hasbro's going to be coming out with later down the line. And that's about it. There's nothing more I can say about the Shock Trooper. Other than let's do some comparisons with the Shock Trooper. So we've got the Shock Trooper side by side with a couple of his brothers, fellow clones. These two are from the show The Mandalorian. On our left, we've got the Incinerator Trooper, which I believe was a fan channel exclusive. On the right, an Amazon exclusive, we've got the Artillery Trooper. And all these guys share the same buck. And I believe, yes, the Incinerator Trooper and the Artillery Trooper, they share the same style helmet as well, just different deco. They share the same helmet, whereas the Shock Trooper has got a different type of helmet. But there you have it. So getting the other two figures back up on the stage, along with the fourth figure that was a Walmart exclusive. You've got Crosshair Imperial on the far left. It was this was quite the haul. Anyone who managed to pre-order all four of these, Walmart basically shipped them all at the same time, so most people got all four of them in one shipment, which is a lovely haul, if I say so myself. Mine came a bit piecemeal. As I stated at the beginning, I was only able to obtain Crosshair Imperial because while I was in checkout, Rex sold out right under me, and I never even knew about the Shock Trooper or Vice Admiral Rampart. But that point is moot, because right after Walmart did their mass shipping, they went up on the sites. Rex was first, and then a couple nights later, the Shock Trooper and Rampart, they came up too. And as of this recording, the Shock Trooper and Rampart are still up on the Walmart site. So if you're checking for either of those figures, go right on ahead and do your thing with them. They are they're limiting them to 2 per order, so keep that in mind. Anyhow, that's the end of this review. We did the trifecta, the big 3, Walmart, Bad Batch, Star Wars. It was on and cracking. First time doing it like that. I'm probably going to do a few more videos where I review multiple figures. We'll see. Anyway, that's enough this go round. My peeps, thank you for rocking with me. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and smash that bell so you can be notified when I upload another video. Until the next time, my peeps, remember, the hunt continues. And I'm out. Peace.